I'm speaking with Diana Acuesta, food packaging specialist at SupplyOne, the largest independent supplier of custom corrugated and other value added packaging products, equipment, and packaging related services in the United States. The company provides mid sized manufacturers, food processors, medical and e commerce companies industry leading packaging programs and complete packaging solutions to reduce its customers' total cost of packaging ownership from a single point of contact. Diana, in your position at Supply One, what is your vision for the future of the food packaging segment of the company?
Well, this exact program, the food packaging segment, is what attracted me to Supply One in the first place. It's different from what almost everybody else in the nation and in the industry is doing. There's so much value add that comes from this program, and the way it started was Supply One had really deep, meaningful relationships with their customers in the corrugated section. And we had a very strong and wide footprint, 30 plus manufacturing facilities in the United States. And, someone had the beautiful idea about 20 years ago. Well, if we've got those great relationships, let's leverage them and let's see what we can do to add more to our footprint and add more to our capabilities list for our customers. And so that's how this program began. And there's so much value add has been introduced to our customers, meaningful solutions. One thing that's super cool, if you look at it in the United States in the packaging industry, I think common knowledge is it's about a 10 to 20% close. So if you're calling on 10 customers, you're going to close one to two of those nice pieces of business. What I have seen in my region and what I've seen in other regions here at Supply One is we've got about a 70% close. And while that's fantastic for the customer or for our sales team, it's even better for the customers because we walk in and instead of saying we can handle these two projects for you and provide solutions, we say we can handle 70% of your projects and provide a really good solution for you. So again, leveraging those relationships was very important, continues to be very important. And also us bringing to the party a very wide footprint because the customers that we call on are in the small to middle size segment. We also call on large, but are really where we shine is in that middle tier. And so when we come to them and we say we can do not just your corrugated, but your flexible and your PPE and your tape and your cold chain solutions and their eyes light up and they're thinking, yeah, that's 5 less phone calls I have to make in a week. It's 5 less deliveries because everything's coming in on a Supply One truck. And it's one summary bill at the end of the month. And so the future, I think, is making the customers' lives easier, bringing knowledge and experience to the table. And that's one of the things that the food packaging program does as well. Gary Bordeaux and the senior management team, they bring expertise. You're not going to find anyone green in this position. It's going to have to be a lot of years of industry knowledge so that we can really provide value to the customers. So I think that's how we are. The vision of the future is expand that footprint, become better and better and better at what we do, and continue to provide more and more solutions.
How does Supply One's 360 approach to food packaging differentiate them from the competition?
So this is where it gets really cool and really fun. So when the senior leadership team, Gary Bordeaux's team, brings together a bunch of food packaging experts and he hires strong folks from the industry, we bring all the relationships that we've had for 20 and 30 years with us. And so what does that mean? That means if I know somebody who's fantastic at turning a quick lead time, then we talk to them. If we know somebody in graphics pre-press who's the best in the nation, which we do, and which we've brought into our fold, then we can offer that as yet another tool to our customers. So here's the cool part. If one guy says to me, "Hey, I need, this, and this," and it's hard for me to find. So if I'm at a regular converter or a producer, I have maybe 3, 4, 5 plants that I can go to and ask, "Can you do this?" And I might get 3, 4, 5 no's. In our position, with all of the relationships we've brought, with all of the folks that we've qualified, we now have 20 people to go to. And if 5 say no, 15 will say yes. So our solution is we cast our net far and wide. And not a lot of other folks can do that. And in fact, there's nobody I know that can do that. So, and the other thing is we optimize, we know how to optimize their cash flow. We clear their floor space. We have just-in-time deliveries. We provide all of the strengths and advantages of a distributor combined with all the strengths and advantages of a converter or a producer. And to my knowledge, I'm trying to think of anybody that does cast the whole wide net like we do. And I haven't seen it. It's not to say they don't exist, but I haven't seen it yet. So that's how we differentiate. That's how we bring responsibility, right? We're responsive in terms of, or responsible in terms of querying our suppliers. What are you doing with sustainability? What are you doing with responsible packaging? How toxic are your inks? Or how are you saving energy? Or how are you, conserving water? What are you doing? So we ask up the chain and we ask down the chain. And so again, we're asking the right questions. We're bringing the right solutions. And we're bringing so many, again, I'll say it again, such a wide net that I think that is of supreme value to our customer base.
What are some of the challenges food processors face, and how does SupplyOne help them overcome those challenges?
So, as I said before, we really shine with small to medium customers. Large customers, very, very large CPG companies, have very large, deep pools of folks that are doing their sourcing, and they're, locking up contracts for, 3 to 5 years with their suppliers. We're doing the same thing too, but the other area where, like I said, we really shine is small and medium. And why do we shine there, right? What makes us special? So we bring to them the whole package that they're not getting. There's the small to medium segment can be a little bit ignored or forgotten by the larger producers. And while we are a very, very large producer, we really focus well on that segment. So what does that mean? Instead of just doing transactional, we come in and we say, hey, we want to partner with you. And the way we want to do that is we're not just going to make an order for you. We're going to bring in tech support to run the trials. We're going to bring in machine support to bring in a brand new machine on your floor if you need it, or a whole production line if you need it. We've got all of those expertise in our wheelhouse. We're going to bring you graphic support. We're going to bring you a sizing exercise for new packages. We're going to give you digital and hard copy mock-up ideation, and we're going to do it faster than anybody else, and we're going to do it better than anybody else. And so where these guys, they don't have a graphics department. You're talking about a few $1,000,000 spend a year. Say they're spending, say, 3 to 5 million a year. They might not have a technical department that has machine and equipment expertise. They might not have graphics expertise. They might not have a strong tech presence. We bring all of that to the table. And again, those are all leveraged from relationships we've all brought to the table over the years in joining SupplyOne and in being in the industry for so long. So again, we really stay away from transactional, and we also educate our end users that, hey, stop thinking transactionally. You can depend on us as a partner. And here's why. And we back it up. I'll tell you, I've never seen folks agonize over not being able to do something and celebrate things that we can do. There's very little we can't do, and we'll dig and dig and dig until we find a solution. We're all pretty aggressive and adamant that way, and making sure that we can provide a meaningful solution. And then finally, one of the things that we do is we provide MSAs, which are managed services agreements. And with those MSAs, we'll take a look and we'll say, okay, this is what you're buying it now. Give us a look at your entire packaging spend, right? From anything from PPE to tape to anything that you want to look at. Give us your whole spend. Let us look at it. We guarantee to save you X amount of dollars. And we back that up. So if over the next year, we don't save you, let's say we're going to save you 7%, but we save you 5%. we write a check for that extra 2%. And I don't know anybody else who's doing that.
Thank you, Diana, for sharing your vision for the company. For more information on SupplyOne, please visit www.supplyone.com.